All right, shalom, y'all. All right, shalom, shalom, y'all. Want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Shai.
Sorry.
Honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the occupant out there spreading this truth like wildfire. And shalom to Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit birth witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Shai. And shalom to real sisters out there.
Peace and blessings
All right,
unto the like to the Bayaf Dawud, the house of David. So yeah,
Khan.
basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share uh I'm gonna put this live up on my channel also, and I'm just gonna title it a Jake is a Jake, you know.
Yeah, cause these I'm going in on these niggalites that think that Jake was only oppressed in Babylon and it's only so called black people. Going in on them.
Yep. And we went live. I mean, well, yeah, you went live kind of late, so that's the spirit, you know. The Most High
Yeah.
has us up, you know. Has the
Yeah.
prophet up late, you know. Prophesying.
Yeah. I found that out, I found that out. I was
Con.
up late. I couldn't sleep. I was up and I saw that
Yeah.
that case. What happened to
Jacob Blake.
that Jade? No. The Beni Apreala, he's a so-called Haitian, a
Oh, it
Levite,
happened recently.
and he got profiled
Oh.
by the by ICE. Like Northern Kingdom gets profiled.
Yeah.
Same
Oh,
shit
and I
happened
was
to
watching.
Southern
I was
Kingdom.
watching that live you did. When you went to camp with that Judite brother. Yeah,
Yeah,
that brother goes hard, man.
yeah.
I
He
think I
was.
seen Esau. He went up to the camp and he gave y'all like a little handshake.
Oh, it may have not been. He was a so-called Mexican. That's
Oh yeah,
correct.
yeah. It looked just like Esau.
Hey, that's the tribes.
Con. That's the
That's
curses.
that's the curses. Hey, I'm going to the curses. Starting from the
Con.
beginning because it talk who it's for because they seem to think that it's just for Judah that's in Babylon. So I'm gonna start at the beginning of Deuteronomy 28. I'm just gonna read the first verse here. And it shall come to pass. Well, actually, let me read the 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, Yahweh, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And he was speaking to who? He was speaking to who? You could see back in chapter 27 that it was for, let me just read verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. He gave the commandments in 27 chapter, and the curses, he gave the blessings and the curses. And he went into detail in the 28th chapter.
Con. So these women, they gotta learn in silence, you know.
Well, them as well. But talking to those carnal niggas.
Con, I'm gonna post some scriptures in the private chat, so you can see them. All right, Akim?
Con.
Because
Hey, and
I
that
can't
brother,
I can't
that
post them
brother
just in the
Shapar,
comment board.
that brother Shapar, he might join. He might.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, from Two
Just say
Witnesses.
FYI, he might join.
Oh, Shapar. Yeah, I keep thinking
He
he's saying
might join.
Shapal.
Shapar, the Tazawam, that brother.
Yep.
He might join. Just keep that in mind. All right, so all these curses, and what is that? What is that?
All right, so
What
that's
is
the
that
first
curse?
precept, Akim. I got another one for you.
All right, so I can also go into those.
Yeah, calm up.
What was the first? What was this curse? This curse right here. That's you know what that is? Deuteronomy 28 verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee.
The reason I'm posting them in the private chat because I'm in the dark right now. Well, I turned on the light and I'm gonna turn it back off because I'm just gonna kind of rest up a little bit, but I don't want to be
Yeah,
too loud because I'll get a call or some shit.
yeah. So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai put these curses
Con.
upon all the tribes. It don't matter if you was born in Babylon. Your family was taken to Babylon on slave ships, and y'all lived in Babylon since then. It don't matter. Like, or you caught hell in Haiti, for example. You caught hell in Haiti after your ancestors was brought in slave ships to Haiti. I mean, Haitians was brought in slave ships as well, and then you was catching hell there. Hate Levi be catching hell down there,
Yeah.
and so they come over here, and then you come over here trying to escape the curses, but what they follow you, because verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee, because they did not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shai, Well, who they speak? Who he speak through his prophets? They did not hearken.
Con.
They shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And verse 46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. As long as we're under these devils and heathens, we're gonna be catching hell.
Yep.
You know, hey man, you ADOS niggas. Y'all, the reason why y'all think the way y'all do is a curse in itself. Deuteronomy 28 verse 54, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the
Oh yeah,
woman of
yeah.
his
The
shall be.
decrepit, creepy niggas. Yep.
Yeah, your eyes shall be evil. You those niggas which, you know, you know, the so-called Black Americans, the tribe of Judah, right? Y'all have your eye evil towards even other Judites that come out of immigrate here from West Africa.
All right, so that's the document. I'm just gonna
You
put it
got
away.
them.
I posted all the scriptures I can.
You got
So
all the
when you read them,
precepts.
just go one by one. All right, Akim. There's a lot right there. So
It's a lot of them. Yeah, man.
just go through them. Already.
Con, con. Hey, man. Hey, you come. Hey, man. Hey, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter how you look. It don't matter. You be Israelite, no matter how you look, no matter what language you speak, what country your recent ancestors came from. These curses are gonna apply to you.
These curses are gonna follow you.
They gonna follow you. Shit. Hey, you go back to Africa. You Jakes that want to go back there. These curses are gonna follow you. Shalom, Akia, Fisher,
Oh,
Turn,
Shalom
Hunter,
Fisher, Hunter Amos,
Amos,
911.
911.
Oh, the brother could join too.
You could
Little
join
Moses.
too.
And he could bring out the scriptures that I posted. Cause yeah.
as well, as
that I
well,
have
as
in the
well.
private chat. That's what I like about this StreamYard, because you
Some
can mute your mic and then you could also go in the
use
private chat.
private.
Nobody could see it. Not even the
Yeah,
viewers. Only the people in the
yeah.
that are in the are in the thing.
Con, yeah, man. These man, these Jakes, man, these Jakes that believe in that only so-called black people from America are the Israelites. Bugged
Uh-huh.
out, bugged out, man. Hey,
Or
what
when
do
I
you
go
know?
live again tomorrow in the morning, that's what I usually do. So I know I'm gonna
Con,
get good rest, you know. So
what do you not? What yeah? What do y'all not get about Deuteronomy 28, verse 64? And Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there shall thou shalt serve other powers,
yeah,
which neither
those
thou
false
nor thy
prophets.
fathers have known,
Then shall arise
even
false
wood and
prophets.
stone. Con, false prophets, false gods.
Yep. How many verses does Deuteronomy 28 has? What's the last verse? 68.
68.
Oh, that's the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't even
Hey,
understand the last verse, Akim. That's stupid. That's
hey,
crazy.
verse 65. And among those nations shalt thou find no ease. Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but Yahweh, you know what he's gonna do? He shall what he prophesied that he was gonna do, he shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. When you're getting racially profiled by Esau, don't you have a trembling heart? What Esau is gonna do to you? And failing a sorrow of mind, aren't you vexed in your head? He was vexed. You know, he was vexed back when he was in Haiti.
That's
You
why we're gonna
know,
be like
and
Goku. We're gonna be like
he was
Goku.
vexed here as well.
We're gonna be like Goku upon these 2/3.
And failing of eyes, yeah, yeah. These niggalites, man. Failing of eyes, man. You tired of these
So yeah, you
fucking
finished with that
oppression, man.
precept?
You know. Hey, verse 66. I gotta bring it out more. And
Oh,
thy life shall hang in
you're
doubt.
gonna end it at 68?
You know what? Let me continue until then. And thy
Yeah.
life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt not have none assurance of thy life. Jake is going through that around the world, not just in fucking Babylon, you know. Y'all are not the, you know, Judah, y'all Judahites that are from Babylon, man. Y'all act like y'all the OGs of oppression, man.
Yeah, and these soft ass niggas be like, yo, why you on Judah so much? Why you keep talking about them, bro?
Because y'all going off. That's why
Exactly.
we talk about y'all.
These
Verse
soft ass dudes,
67.
man.
Soft, emotional ass dudes, man. 67. In the morning thou shalt say, would Yahweh were even, and at even thou shalt say, would Yahweh were morning. You know, for the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear,
Hold on now.
with the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. Hey, man, what he saw back when he was in the land of Haiti, catching pure hell,
So that's it.
not
That's
being
it.
able to survive. Hey, someone join in, Fisher.
So that's it,
Oh,
Akim.
it's to the 68th verse.
All right, sure.
That's
Read
the
that. Read that.
67.
Shalom, shalom. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shalom, Akio. Yabashim Yahshua Barakatah.
Yeah, about Shimmy Ashad, Fuck
Going,
y'all brothers, man.
y'all already
Quiet
know
There's a
what's
lot of
shalom.
non there's a lot of non-spiritual
a lot of them. Carnal, man.
yeah.
You
They don't
know,
know they
you
don't
know
understand
what?
the Bible. You know,
They don't read the
go
Bible.
ahead, man.
I said they don't read the Bible. Hey,
They ain't
in verse
spiritual.
68. Yeah. They carnal, verse 60. Exactly. In verse 68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Didn't that happen to the Haitians? By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and thou shalt be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no
Huh.
man shall. That happened to the Haitians. They were sold to the French speaking Edomites, and they're still being oppressed. but Judah is like Judah, third Judah, and from Babylon, they're just gone.
These people like to stir Judah up.
What's up?
A lot of these niggas
They
out here
like
ain't
to
never
stir
left their
Judah up.
corner. They block.
They what?
A lot of these
What'd you
Judites out
say?
here never left the street corner of their own block. So they don't even know how things are going across the country, let alone across what we call modern day Babylon, across the Americas, which is North, Central, and South America. They act like they don't see them they act like they don't see our Colombian and our so-called Colombian and our so-called South American brothers going through it, which is the tribe of Naphtali and the tribe of Asher.
Kanak.
They under hardcore lockdown restriction. They spraying water hoses on them just like they did the Judites in the 60s.
Fucking same shit.
Same shit. Same oppression.
Man, they act like they don't see you know when Ishkar come to America, Ishkar try to go cross the border, they get fucking shot by these militias and shit.
Zebulon
They
too.
Zebulon too, they get detained by ICE too. Put in camps.
All right, so that's it. You read it? You read 68?
I read 68, but trying to expound on all this as well.
I thought you did. I'm about to say it should take them long. All right, so bring out that preset that I got in the chat, in the private chat.
Yeah, I was basically bringing out. We was basically bringing out how all the tribes basically go through it. Hey, one more thing. The Native Americans, they like to say the Native Americans ain't the tribes, but you go to fucking Red, man. It's just like the hood.
So I got Psalms 106 and 1 through 2.
All right, bring it up.
Well, no, bring it out because
106.
Yeah, it's in the private chat.
You got Psalms 119.
No.
First, y'all
Bring out. Go one by one.
You got Hebrews 13:5. Let me look at that one.
No. But go one by one. Go in order.
Yeah, that's Con. That's the first one you brought out.
No. The first one is Psalms 106.
Con. Yeah, brother logged out. Shit.
Nah, he's gonna come back in. He's gonna come back in.
He told you up? How do you know?
Nah, I just know through the spirit. He didn't have to tell us that though.
Yeah. Oh, that's right here. Let your conversation be without covetousness. Yes. Be content with such things that ye have, for ye have said, I will never I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. Hey,
basically, he won't let us go. Let our conversation be with each other.
This year's back. Shalom, Mark.
Shalom. I got disconnected for a minute. Can I bring out
what I told you? He's gonna come back. He didn't even.
He got a precept. Fisher got a precept.
So this is going into the topic y'all talking about, man. This is 9 and 8. O Yahweh, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. And that ties into Deuteronomy 28:64, man. Because Jake was out here laying down with women of all nations.
Exactly.
And I might be wrong, but I don't think that when Judah fled to West Africa that everybody from Judah fled. If I'm wrong, correct me. So just like you got some hard-headed Jakes right now that will go against the grain and do their own thing, there's probably some hard-headed Jakes that just went out and was like, man, I'm got to go out here into the Japhetic land and go lay up with some Japhetic women. It's to hell with them niggas talking about going to West Africa to chill with them Hamites.
Hey, even the Bible.
I want to go fucking Moab land.
Yeah,
I want to go to fucking Moab land and shit. I want to go to fucking West Europe instead, fucking Ireland, for example.
Because Jake, man, we're adventurous, man. It's not like Esau adventurous, but like if we got a woman and that chick is bad, Jake gonna pretty much chill with his, with his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And
God,
Jake,
absolutely.
we like all sorts of flavors, man. So brother could have had a Japhetic woman, brother could have had a Moabite woman, brother could have had an Edomite, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And been like, man, I'm about to go out here and man, what the hell what these niggas talking about? I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't think personally that everybody, if I'm wrong, correct me. But I don't think that when the 1 million Judites fled to West Africa, that all of Judah fled. You got the rebellious niggas out there that just want to do their own thing.
Oh, definitely.
Same with the Northern Kingdom. I don't think all the Northern Kingdom fled to Arsarit. There's obviously rebellious ass Northern Kingdom that had him a bad Judite woman, had him a bad whatever. It's like, man, I'm about to chill.
Assyrian woman.
I got like 14 Moabites, bro. I'm chilling. Niggas tripping.
You already know, man. You already know it. You got some fucking Ephraimites, some fucking Gadites that are still in the Middle East and shit.
Come on, listen. Jake was rebellious, man.
Jake is bugged out of his mind.
Exactly.
To keep real, he probably wasn't bugged out. He was like, man, them niggas talking about going to Arsarit. Wait, ain't nobody even living there. Man, them niggas tripping. I got 5 Edomites, 2 Moabites. I already got shit set up over here, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Chilling. I got me Simeonite, Ephraimite, and a Judite main chick. All the rest of these is concubines. Man, I'm chilling.
Man.
That's how you got the confusion of bases, man.
Exactly, man.
On top of the people that went to slavery, 1492, 1600s. But you got probably some rebellious ass Jakes that was out there just popping shit left and right.
Nah, trust me, Hakim. You want some Benjamite or some Simeonite, man. That's the goods right there, bro.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
I'm just laying out examples, man. I just got off work and I'm like, dude, these brothers are bringing it out. I might as well add my own little flavor in there,
Exactly. That's how you have it.
Yo, Hakim, Fisher Turn Hunter. You could eat of this pie too, man. Because this pie is delicious, man. Esau, he's having beer though. We're having pies, man.
Yeah.
So, man.
I had to turn the camera off because I had to eat a chicken sandwich, man. I'm starving.
Oh yeah, sorry. Chicken sandwich.
Yeah. You have Jay.
I fried some chicken one night, man. I got
come on, man.
Refrigerator, man. I'm getting it in.
Come on, Jake.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
He and that
that's like, hey, Ezra had to fucking get on him, man.
Exactly. Ezra's had the gift in his heart.
He had to get on these Jakes. He had to cuss them out. There's a scripture I'm gonna find on that.
Oh. Nehemiah had
to cuss them out too.
What the hell?
Tabernacle.
Oh no.
Sound like you got cut off. Like Esau's fucking with the stream.
Yeah.
Sounds like that. Because he was. That's why. Let me get this. Yeah, Ezra, okay. I know where that's at. I look in the concordance, find it. Ezra, there's a precept in Ezra that mentions.
Oh, you got the apocryphy?
Basis as well. A precept, Doc. Precept.
The apocryphy, right?
Hey, I got it right here.
What, you got the apocryphy?
Nah, Ezra also has a book in the regular Bible as well. It's the same man. Esdras, that's the same man.
Oh, Ezra and Esdras, yeah.
Yep. Hey, verse 7, chapter 9, verse 7. Since the days of our fathers have we been. What happened to that brother? Fuck. Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day, and for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered
I don't know, but he just he mentioned Nehemiah. That's all
of the
I
king
heard come out of his mouth.
of the lands. Well, also he probably goes into that too because it was when Jake was coming back into the land from Babylon.
Con, look at that. Half an hour,
Um,
Akim. Hold on. Boom. It's been half an hour already. That's time been flying.
hey, look through. Hey, I'm bringing it out. Have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hands of the kings of the lands to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and to confusion of face, as it is this day? You know, shit. Let me go into a further. Let me go into a
What I
further.
realized too, once you meet a Akim for like the first time, whether it be in real life or just like off of like a live show, like
Mm-hmm,
not really off the comment board, but like StreamYard wise, like meeting each
mm-hmm,
other, like we get like our heart starts beating fast, but then like after a couple like days or a couple of weeks, we get used to each other. So like we're not
mm-hmm.
worried if we're gonna
Con,
argue and stuff. Because that first day, it's like we get worried
con,
because we was never used to each other. But that's how it is in
con,
school
con,
too. That's how it is in school. You know, you start meeting new friends.
con,
You
con.
get worried for the first time, and then what? You become friends, and then you get used to each other. You know,
Absolutely,
that's how it is in
absolutely,
the truth, man.
absolutely, absolutely. Me,
Yep.
brothers of all types,
But
but
that's the
let
Most
me,
High too, because he's building an army. You know, so
yeah, con.
we're
Verse
we're,
8
we're
though,
getting along. You know.
verse 8 though. And now for a little space, grace has been showed from Yahweh, our power, to leave us a remnant to escape, and to give us a nail in this holy place, that our power, Yahweh, may lighten our eyes and give us a little reviving in our bondage. So, he's giving us a little rest in verse 9. For we were bondmen, yet our power, Yahweh, has not
Yeah, con
forsaken
that
us.
remnant, they escaped the woman. You know, the pollution of this world.
Well, they was given that little rest during the time of the Babylonians. That's what this goes back to. Yet our power, Yahweh, had not forsaken us in our bondage. So, but had extended mercy unto us in the sight of the kings of Persia, Medo Persia, to give us a reviving, to set up the house of our power, and to repair the desolations thereof, and to give us a wall in Judah and in Jerusalem. In verse 10, and now, O our power, what shall we say after this? For we have forsaken thy commandments. Verse 11, which thou hast commanded by the servants, by thy servants the prophets, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess is an unclean land, with the filthiness of the peoples of the land, with their abominations, which have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness. Verse 12, now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, neither seek their peace or their wealth forever, that ye may be strong and lead and eat the good of the land, and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. Verse 13, and after all that is come upon us for our evil deeds, for our great trespass, seeing that all power has punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such deliverance as this. Verse 14, should we again break thy commandments and join in affinity with the people of these abominations, who wouldest not thou be angry with us till thou hast consumed us? So there should be no remnant, no escaping. Verse 15, O Lord, power, Yahweh of Israel, thou art righteous, what you say, for we remain yet escape, as is this day. Behold, we are before thee in our trespasses, for we cannot stand before thee because of this. Hey man, they went back in the land. They basically, these strange women, the heathen women, they had caused Jake to go off, because Jake fell in love with him. Jake simped
Con,
out.
Can you get that James 1:17?
I'll get to it, Con. I'll get to it. I'll bring this out first. I ain't done. I'm just kind of breaking it down.
No, yes, sir.
10 verse 1. Now when Ezra had prayed and when he had confessed, weeping and casting himself down before the house of Yahweh, there assembled unto him out of Israel a very great congregation of men and women and children, for the people wept very sore. Hey, verse 2. And Shechaniah, the son of Jehael, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said unto Ezra, is a man named Elam, but he was an Israelite. We had trespassed against our power and had taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now there is hope in Israel concerning these things. This thing, verse 3. Now therefore let us make a covenant with our power to put away all the wives such that they were born of them, according to the counsel of my Lord and of those that tremble in the commandment of our power, and let it be done according to the law. Hey, because they gonna cause them to go off again. They was gonna cause them to go off again. That's how the Israelite foreigners came about. Because
See, not
Jake
a
was in.
covenant with death, but a covenant with our power. Just because
Yeah,
we went off, we got to go back to our power. Con.
yeah, because Jake went off, and Jake went off, and Jake is in the flesh. So when Jake get with that a bad heathen woman and shit, Jake fucking. Hey, today, Jacob with one of these wicked Eve women that act like heathens. What they do, they lose their fucking minds. They lose their wits. That was happening back then, getting with these wicked heathen women and turning into their gods. They simped out, just like
Yes,
they're
it says
simping
in the
out today.
scriptures to those that had lost their wits for women.
Yep. So they simped out, and so that's how the Israelite foreigners, the speckled birds, came about. They what did the speckled birds do? They did the same thing, and then their ancestors basically they followed the ways of the heathen that they had mixed among. They're Israelites by bloodline, but their soul of an Israelite, a body of a heathen, and a mindset of a heathen as well. That was why. Hey, Nehemiah, he said Nehemiah brought it out as well.
Oh, you're con.
He said that he brought it out as well.
Well, I'm just gonna bring it out. This is James 1:17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Beautiful.
Oh, Con.
That
Hey,
gift,
they didn't follow that shit. They didn't follow that shit. They went off. They went off.
So I got another precept in the private chat. Hold on.
Yeah. Basically, I want to try to keep it on subject. That's what I want to do.
We got to use these though.
Like that, dumb precepts. Like what they going to? Huck.
I don't know. They were just regular precepts that I got in, that I
That
had in
you
my head.
set up.
But they're good. They're good. They're to good use.
They're two good uses. I mean,
Isaiah 12:2.
bring them out.
Behold, uh,
Hey,
Yahweh is my salvation. What?
hey, I want to try to stay on subject. On this subject. when it comes to this, and then another live can be on that.
Yeah, just I posted these scriptures already, so I might as well just bring it out anyways.
Because it's about that. It's about the 2/3 the 2/3, particularly the Carnalites, gotta be rebuked.
Well, yeah, this is for the 2/3 right here. Look, Isaiah 12 and 2. It says, "Behold, Yahweh is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord Yahweh is my strength and my song. He also has become my salvation." See, so the Heavenly Father has become our salvation, not the 2/3 salvation,
Okay, I'm addressing the specific subject, dog. That's one. So the specific subject is carnal, being carnal, uh, judging your brother unrighteously.
Yeah.
That's the specific subject right there.
Basically, we could make that into a lesson to judge righteously.
Not judge righteous judgment. That precept could apply here.
Oh, the brother's back on. Oh no. He
No,
did
I
that by
can't
accident.
switch on that.
Yep.
Yeah, he's back on. Yeah, judge righteous judgment. Let me pull that up. There's another one as well. Goes into carnality. Let me get that one. Carnal mind. Spiritual. No, that doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just bring out this one right here. Verse 14. But the natural man, 1 Corinthians 2, verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of Yahweh, for they are foolishness unto them, neither can they know them, because they are spiritually discerned, because they judge based off of the outward appearance and based off of something else too, or you're not from Babylon, so you didn't go through what we went through, so you're not an Israelite, stupid shit like that. When they call hell too, they call it the curses as well. They because they're spiritually discerned. It take someone that is spiritual to be able to discern that. In verse 15, but he that is spiritual judges all things, yet himself is judged of no man. So that's what it takes. You gotta be spiritual to actually understand this truth, to actually judge people righteously. You gotta be spiritual. It also says in John 7 verse, let me see the exact one. Verse 24, and it kind of goes into something else, but yeah, it goes into this too. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment, not just you know, you gotta look at both sides of the situation as well. When you look at them like, yeah, that's not righteous judging your brother that way, man. Judging your brother that way. Hey, even that time, even in that time period, you had Israelites that was born outside nation was born outside the land where Judah was at.
Hold
And
on.
John
Let me
5,
let me
7 verse 35. So about
let me check the mail and throw out the garbage. All right.
Khan. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto this dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? So they were considered Gentiles, foreigners, foreigners from the Commonwealth of Israel, right? And so Jake has a long history of oppression, Jake that's not from their area. Jake has a long history of that, which is why, let me get it. Let me get a verse on oppressing the stranger. Don't oppress the stranger, KJV, because the stranger is the Israelite, is not from the area, not from the homeland, not from where Jake is mainly at. Let me get it. Jake was being rebuked for this. Zechariah 7 verse 10. Shit. Okay, verse 9, verse 9, verse 9. Yeah, hold up. Yeah, I got Zechariah. I jump off of here so I can get the verses. I can look them up. But I got Zechariah 7 verse 8. And the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, the word came to Zechariah, saying, Thus saith Yahweh, the Lord of hosts. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, Execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassion, every man to his brother. Every man to his brother. Talking about his brother, right? Your brother, your kinsman, basically, your member of your nation. Verse 10, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and none of you imagine evil against his brother in your hearts. You know how that evil eye told your brother. A lot of these have that. A lot of these Jakes say that's a rebuke to you ADOS niggas. What ADOS basically means either American descendant of slaves is acronym for that. And basically they're like, or African descendant of slaves, something like that. And they're like, because we're descendants of slaves that on Babylonian plantations, we the OGs of oppression, basically. So they look down, they magnify themselves, they look down on, of course, the Northern Kingdom, the Northern Kingdom, the even the Levites and the Benjamites, so-called Haitians and West Indians, because they're not from Babylon. and they also look down on the on the Jakes from West Africa. They look down on them as well. They look down on them as well. And that's their brothers, Judites that are from West Africa. The same tribe as them, they look down because they're strange, because they're from a different land than them. But what did Jake do? Like, what does Jake do today? What does Jake do today? The same thing they were doing back then. They refused. Verse 11, but they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stopped their ears that they should not hear. They're like, fuck that, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, that's so that they're not, they're not my brothers. They ain't come from where I come from. They ain't grew up where I grew up. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that shit. Verse 12, yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh and the Son, Yahweh Shai, today, has said and sent in the Spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a wrath, great wrath from Yahweh, Lord of hosts. So because our people did not want to heed, our people did not listen to the prophets, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he judged them. And they didn't listen to Yahweh Shai either, They didn't want to listen to the voice of their power, Yahweh, concerning this. That they got judged. So what happened? You know what happened? You know what happened? You know what happened? Verse 13. Therefore it is come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear, so they cried, and I would not hear. And that happened back then, and it's gonna happen again, Ultimate fulfillment. Said Yahweh, Lord of hosts. Verse 14, but I scattered them with the whirlwind among the nations, whom they knew not. Thus the land was desolate after them, that no man passed through nor returned, for they laid the pleasant land desolate. They were scattered among all the nations which they knew not, scattered among scattered among the all these nations, and they became strangers to each other. They became strangers from that land. All became Gentiles, all strangers. Even you Jakes that live here in Babylon, I was taken here on slaves ships, y'all on the way, y'all are strangers. Y'all not in the land of Israel. But y'all judge everyone else. This is
All right,
what
I'm
Jake
back
usually
out here.
did. What's up? Oh, you
I'm
back?
back.
Yeah, I was bringing out Zechariah verse 8 all the way down
Yeah, I
14
got a
that
scripture
goes
for
into.
these devils because they don't believe in reincarnation, right? Watch this.
Oh, that's a different subject, dog.
Nah, nah, sorry.
Gotta
Check
try
it
to
out.
keep it
Watch.
on subject.
2 Corinthians
Gotta
1
try.
and 9 through 10. It says, but we had the sentence of death in ourselves, that we should not trust in ourselves, but in Yahweh, which raiseth the dead, who delivereth Salaki, who delivered us from so great a death, and doth deliver, in whom we trust that he will yet deliver us. See?
Well,
These
hey,
devils don't believe
come.
in reincarnation, man.
Neither does 2/3 of Jake's, but that's a
Uh,
different. That's a different subject, about reincarnation. That's that's like a whole different life right there. That's what that is. So many scriptures you can bring out. So it's a whole different other life. Yeah. So basically, I was bringing out that basically Zechariah, the prophet Zechariah, he was telling them, "Thus speaketh the Lord Yahweh of hosts," telling them execute true judgment. What I bring out before, they wasn't executing true judgment and show mercy and compassion to every man to his brother. They wasn't doing that. And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, or stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. So evil eye, the evil eye uh towards your brother because he ain't from your side of town, or from your city, or from your region. Fuck the South, the East, the West, the Midwest, or you're all from your country. Is the country that you call your country. This is not even our home. This is not. This is a land of not the land of our rest. Hey, that's another. But y'all want to claim Babylon is. Y'all want to act like Babylon is your hood and shit, and then flex on everybody else. Oh yeah, we the OGs. We the OGs of oppression, and magnify yourselves against your brother just because he come from a different country and he speak a different language. Not even only because he looked different, but that Haitian, Haitian that they're considered so-called black as well. That's the tribe of Levi, and so it's because he came from another country. So you see him as a stranger. You don't see him as a brother. And the Haitians, they speak that French. They speak that Haitian Creole. Y'all see him as a different, as a stranger. You see each other as Gentiles, as heathens, and so you have the evil eye towards each other. Like you Ados, Jakes have an evil eye towards these brothers, and then vice versa. And but y'all refuse to listen. Verse 11. To this day, y'all refuse to listen. But they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stopped their ears that they should not hear, because y'all stiff necked. Y'all are stubborn. That's what that means. They should not hear, You're like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. With that brotherly love shit, because y'all want to hate your brother. Verse 12. Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, hard headed, lest they should, because that word heart means lob, for FY, for those who don't know. The Hebrew word there is lob, which means mind. And lest they should hear the law and the words which Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, had said in his spirit by the former prophets. It's been not just him, other prophets in the past that have told y'all the same thing, got on y'all for that. But y'all, what did y'all do? One ear and out the other. Therefore came a great wrath. So because y'all did that, therefore came a great wrath from Yahweh, the Lord of hosts. What? We fell under these curses. Verse 13. And then the ultimate fulfillment of these curses is Jacob's trouble. Like y'all gonna see that y'all are the same people as your brother who you call a stranger. Verse 13. Therefore it is come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear, so they cried, and thou would not hear, saith the Lord of hosts Yahweh. He ain't hearing y'all. He ain't hearing y'all. He ain't hear y'all back then when Esau was showing his horns. He these different nations have us in captivity wherever you scatter to. He ain't hear. He ain't gonna hear y'all during Jacob's trouble because y'all are looking down on your own brother for an unrighteous reason, because he's from another country, because he speak a different language. That shit don't matter. Verse 13. Therefore is it come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear, so they cried, and I would not hear say Yahweh, the Lord of hosts. Okay, I just read that. Verse 14. But I scattered them with the whirlwind among all nations which they knew not. So then what? They became strangers as well. Thus the land was desolate after them, and no man passed through, no return, for they laid the pleasant land desolate. Because of that, that is why our people were scattered to the four corners. That was why. Because y'all judge unrighteously. And there's another one that goes into this subject as well. It's Jeremiah chapter 7. It's in Jeremiah chapter 7. Yeah, hold up. Yeah, let me get the exact verse.
All right.
Jeremiah 7 verse 6. Akia.
Yep, that's it.
That's it right there. If ye oppress not the widow, not the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, and shed not innocent blood in this place, neither neither walk after other powers to your hurt. You Jakes, basically you come back. If you come back, hey, verse 4, you trust not in lying words, trust ye not in lying words, you know, saying, okay, that goes into something else. Verse 7, then I will cause you to dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers uh, forever and forever, man. Hey, all those lying words that nothing was going to happen, even though they kept going off. You, Jake, still believe in that. You keep hating on your brother. You don't want to hear these precepts. You want to hate on your brother still. You want to do all this
They don't
wickedness,
want to hear a rebuke from their brother.
They don't want to. No, they don't. They don't see their brother as their brother. They see him as a stranger.
Yep.
Dude from the next block, the next set. Even as small of a difference as that.
Khan, and then he dies because they shoot him up.
Yeah, Khan. Hey, behold, ye trust in lying words that cannot profit. Verse 8. Verse 9. Will ye steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely,
You
and
see?
burn incense unto Baal, and
Hey,
walk after
it's getting
other
cold out here,
powers?
man.
Do ye not? What do y'all do? You steal from your own brother, murder your own brother,
It's a
commit
cold war.
adultery. Yeah, cold world. And commit adultery, fuck your own brother's wife, right? Swear falsely, deceive your brother. Also go off in general, worship other powers, man. Which is why you was scattered. Which is why that's why y'all are strangers. Why y'all are strangers to each other and strangers from the land of Israel. That's why. That's why, because you continue to do it. You continue to do it. In the New Testament, y'all didn't want to accept the Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that wasn't from the land of Israel. Y'all didn't want to accept them. Let me get into that. It was
Salaki
all
Akim. Salaki
what's
Akim. Let
up,
me blow my nose.
blow your nose.
Damn Satan.
Hey, it be that way. It be that way. Yeah. I'm looking for it. Looking for it. Okay, yeah, right here. Acts 6, verse 1. You know, and in those days when the number of the disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews because their widows were neglected in the daily ministration. Okay, so the Israelites that had the ancestors called themselves Greeks and taught them to call themselves Greeks against the Hebrews that were from the land. The Hebrew they had their customs still and everything because the widows were neglected in the daily administration. So it was like beat between them. Verse 2, then the 12 called the multitudes of the disciples unto them and said, it is not reason that we should leave the word of Yahweh and serve of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai and serve tables. Okay. He taught, so the 12 apostles. Okay. Verse 3, wherefore, brethren, look ye out among you 7 men of honest report, full of the Rakah Kadash and wisdom, we may appoint over this business, because they were trying to resolve it. Verse 4, but we will give ourselves continually to prayer to the mercy of the word. Verse 5, and they're saying, please the whole multitude, and they chose Stephen, a man full of faith. That's when he came in. And the Rakah Kadash and Philip and Prochus and Nicanor and Timon, Parmenas and Nicholas, proselyte of Antioch. Verse 6, whom they had set before the apostles, when they had prayed, they laid their hands on them. Verse 7, and the word of Yahweh increased in the number of the disciples multiplied in Jerusalem greatly, and the great company of the peace were obedient to the faith. Oh, I got something else too. Because what they accused Paul of doing. Basically, I'm gonna get it. Oh, yeah. I got it right here. Verse 27, and when the 7 days were almost ended. Oh, verse 26, this is why. And Paul took the men, and the next day, purifying themselves with them, entered into the temple to
Man,
signify
I
the
had to blow my
accomplishment.
nose for a long time, because that shit, I
God,
feel no good.
you shit
Salakim, yeah.
stuck.
I'm back, Akim, yeah. I get that a lot,
God,
too.
to signify with them entered into the temple to signify the accomplishment of the days of purification, until that an offering should be offered for every one of them. Verse 27, and when the 7 days were almost ended, the Jews which were of Asia, when they saw him in the temple, stirred up all the people and laid hands on him. Verse 28, crying out, men of Israel, help. This is a man that teaches every man everywhere against the people and the law in this place, and further brought Greeks also into the temple and polluted this holy place. But they were Israelites. They were Hellenized Israelites, as has been brought out. Verse 29, for they had seen before with him in the city Trophimus and Ephesian, whom they supposed that Paul had brought into the temple. Verse 30, and all the city was moved, and the people ran together, and they took Paul and drew him out of the temple, and forthwith the doors were shut. Verse 31. And as they went about to kill him, tidings came into the chief captain of the van that all Jerusalem was in uproar. So that's caused it. That caused them. That caused it right there, because they saw them as strangers. Because these Greeks, they are not actual Edomites. They were strangers from the Commonwealth. That's what they was. They actually go back to the. It goes back to the time of the Maccabees, when when Jake was being forced to not call themselves Israelites or Jews. They was being forced to call themselves Grecians. Greeks, they couldn't call themselves Jews. So what? They had to be like Gentiles. And the Maccabees fall back. But you had Jakes that got carried away into that lifestyle, and they remained Greeks. They actually became Greeks. Hell nice Jews. And speaking of them. So that was why. That was why it was over. Basically, the evil eye of towards their brother that wasn't born in the land, or basically ancestors did not practice the customs of Yasharallah, because of that event, because of the Maccabees, because of Esau, actually not because of the Maccabees, it's detailed in that book though, but because of Esau, Edom, the soul who were calling themselves the Greeks, they were oppressing Jake and telling him not to
The self-proclaimed white race.
call themselves. Yep, them, man. They call themselves so-called white folks now, and they did the same shit during slavery too, as they did during the Maccabees. But that's how they became Gentiles. Hey, shit, that's how Judah became Gentiles over here, and the Northern Kingdom too. That's how Israel became Gentiles around the world. Sometimes, it was because our men would get with heathen women, and would get led astray and shit. And sometimes it was because these heathens, namely Esau, forced us. Esau was the main one that did that, forced us to abandon our heritage. And only the Maccabees stood up. So all these Jakes, that stayed calling themselves Grecians, didn't see no problem with it. Hey, I'm living the life, That shit's sweet. I got these Edomite women. They fucking with me. They stayed that way after their ancestors was forced. They raised their children. And it's also, also you have to keep in mind that it was Edomites that was calling themselves Grecians. So the Jakes that was forced to be Grecians and that basically stayed that way. They come on now. You don't think that they got
Oh
with
yeah,
those
Khan Jake was forced to be like looking like one of those Greece people like George Washington and shit. And that
fucking
hair and
shaving
shit.
their fucking
Khan
shaving
being
their fucking
deceived.
beard off and shit,
Yeah.
uncircumcised and shit,
They were forced to call themselves Greece and shit.
and not
Or
Jew. It
whatever.
was
And
forbidden.
not Israelite, yep.
Yup, yup. hey, hey, that's what this devil did. The first time he took over, made a whole group of Jakes, into heathens, and what they became strangers. That's what happened. They
They
became
became
strangers.
strangers
So
because they want to serve strange gods.
exactly. They didn't fight back like the Maccabees. So their ancestors was, so their descendants, you know, as them, their descendants, which is them coming back, was strangers.
Khan.
So Paul was sent to what? To bring them back.
Khan, to bring the men back into the fold.
Hey, but that's what Esau always does, that divide and conquer shit. That's a part of that as well. He created a divide in Israel. You know, now also this is a cut also to you so-called Christians that say that the Gentiles and the Greeks, they were actual heathens. It's a cut to y'all as well. It's a cut to you carnal-minded Jakes as well as it's a cut to you Carmelites and to you so-called Christians. Y'all are both going off. Hey, you know, the Pharisees, they was wicked as fuck. You know, just like y'all, they was wicked as fuck. Cause, hey, in John chapter 7, you know, where it goes into, or they basically mention the Gentiles, but it's the type of Gentiles that are Israelites. Let me get to it. I gotta expound on that. John chapter 7, verse 35. You know, because in the previous verse he had said, "Ye shall seek me and shall not find me, and where I am, thither ye cannot come." So in 35, then said the Jews among themselves, "Whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go to the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles?" You know, and teach the Gentiles, the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles, the Israelites that were living like Gentiles. Or Greeks, you know, when you put, you know, it says in the notes in KJV, it says Greeks, you know, because you had those Hellenized Jews. Is he going to go bring them back? That's what they were saying. So those same wicked ass Salakia, the same wicked ass Pharisees, they were the ones accusing Paul of shit. And so on that, and y'all the same ones. Y'all the same ones in your lot. Yeah, the same carnal lights were back then. Acts chapter 21, verses 27, you know, all the way down to 31. Same carnal niggas. Same ones. Yeah. Yeah. Acts 21, verse 28. Same. Yeah, the one I just read. One before that one. The same carnal niggas, man. You know, and some of it is because of Esau's propaganda. Because you're taught that Jake from another part of the world, that they here to take your jobs and shit. You know, hey, Judah is taught that. Trump be Trump and his types, he be saying, hey, Trump called Ishikara, Ishkarite, basically Ishkarites that come from Ishkar land, Mexico, called them, basically called them rapists and drug dealers. So they be teaching that shit. They be telling them that they gonna steal their jobs and shit. And also Jake, that's Judites that are strangers they're not from Babylon. They're coming to take your jobs, coming to replace. That's what Ados, what y'all be saying, right? That they're coming to replace y'all. That's what y'all be saying. Which is you believe, the simple believe every word. Y'all believe your enemy Esau. Because Jake that come from other countries get oppressed, as that just as much as shown, there's an example of that live why I'm doing this live out that I heard that shit popped up. Oh, it's the name. Oh, it's a so-called there's a so-called Haitian that also got stopped by ICE. It's not just Northern Kingdom, like, and also brought to mind what y'all say about Israelites that are from the other parts of the world, and brought that shit to mind. I gotta get on, Yeah, hey, the simple believe it in every word. Y'all believe every word that these devils say. And then vice versa, you other tribes believe that Judah's criminals and shit. The simple believe every word. I'm getting on y'all specifically because this shit, y'all need to wake the fuck up. Those of y'all that are meant to get it are gonna get it. Oh, all the brothers shoot of faith. Shalom, Mak. Yalba Shemial Shabrak Da. Getting on these carnal niggas. These carnalites. That basically anyone they only believe that Judah from Babylon is the tribes and shit. The Ados, man. And this basically, they need to wake up because they need to wake up because this shows that the curses are hitting them as well, are hitting Jake from other countries, strangers as well. They need to wake the fuck up. Let me look at that. The simple believe every word. Oh, thou shalt not. Before that, let me look this up. Thou shalt not vex a stranger. And that's Exodus 22, verse 21. Exodus, let me get it. Let me bring it out. Exodus, Kanak. Hosea 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. That's right, Ak. The law of thy power, right? One of the laws is what? One of the laws is what? Don't oppress a stranger. Meaning Israelite that's not from where you're from. Hold up. That's a part of that as well. They lost that knowledge. And so they go to Esau. I'm gonna get into that as well. Exodus 22, verse 21. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger, nor oppress him, for you strangers in the land of Egypt. So, treating him like a stranger, treating your brother like a stranger and vexing him. Making them, just like we were strangers in the land of Egypt, so making them like strangers in the same way. Oppressing them. Hey, verse 22, ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. Going into that as well, going into verse 21 as well. Verse 23, if thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I'll surely hear their cry. Verse 24, and my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wife shall be widows, and your children fatherless. Oppressing a stranger, oppressing the poor, all that shit. And that's y'all's war, man. And also the simple believeth every word, that y'all believe Esau's propaganda about your brother. Not only Esau, yeah, he is gonna slander. He's gonna slander his brother, his own mother's son. He's the wicked. Y'all believe it. Y'all believe it. Y'all believe it. And y'all repeat that slander. And y'all are supposed to reprove that shit. Y'all actually entertain that shit. Proverbs 14, verse 15. Because y'all believe it. Y'all believe it, man. Esau, your actual oppressor over your own brother. The simple believe is every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. Y'all simple out here. Believing Esau, Edom, what he say about your brothers from Haiti, your brothers from West Indies, your brothers from West Africa, your northern tribe brethren. Oh, they're coming to take our jobs. They're coming to get benefits. Believing the damn devil himself. It's just this devil, that's his job to deceive. It's his job to sit and speak against your brother, but you repeat those lies, doing the same shit. Verse 20, Psalm 50, verse 20. We oppress together, man. All that nonsense about I was oppressed more. I was oppressed more, and they're just like, they're fake oppressed. They just trying to get benefits. Crab in a bucket type thing. Verse 20, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son, Yeah, that's Esau. That's Esau slandering Jacob, but you repeat that. And you become just like Esau, slandering your own mother's son. And for that, you're going to be judged. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such a one as thyself. I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. You're acting like Esau towards your brother. Esau created that divide and conquer exactly. Exactly. They go back to the Romans, the Greeks even, the Greek Edomites as well. Hey, it's the oldest trick in the book. It's like number one. The first trick in the book. Yeah. Y'all reject knowledge. Instead of y'all want to be like, he ain't from my block. ADOS, y'all basically saying that they ain't from our block. Being ignorant, of what one of Satan's devices as well. Second Corinthians 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. But what about y'all that are ignorant of his devices? He gets an advantage over y'all. Because y'all are deceivable. According to Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness of them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Oh, Shalom, shield the faith. Shalom.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, you said Shalom earlier. Yeah, y'all are very deceivable. Very deceivable, which is why, y'all perish. Y'all continue to perish. Ultimately, you're in Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, I so you got any last precepts?
Oh, it's hour 30 some. Gotta conserve time on here. They give you 20 free hours. I actually I got it under another email. So I went around these devils.
Hey, so with that,
Hey, hold up. Yeah. I'm looking for, it's a precept that go with this. It's a precept that it fits this. Basically, because you're not, and them that with all deceivableness in them that perish. Why? Because they one of the things that is comparable to murder, hating your brother without a cause, being angry with them without a cause. Let me look it up. And that's 1 John 3 verse 15, 1 John 3. 1 John, okay, so it's 1, not the gospel, it's 1 John 3, verse 15. It tells you what? Damn. Okay, my Streamlabs is right here. Got a bunch of tabs. But verse 15, whosoever, verse 14, we know that we have passed from death unto life, because we love the brethren. He that loveth not his brother abideth in death. There you go. Verse 15, whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer have eternal life abiding in him. You know, because you know why? You know why? It's like y'all acting like Esau, y'all acting like Cain. You know, verse 12, verse 11. Verse 10. There you go. I'm going to start from there. And this the children of Yahweh are manifest, the true worshippers, and the children of the devil. Whosoever does not righteousness is not righteousness is not of Yahweh, neither is he that loveth not his brother. Verse 11. For this is a message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, you know. Verse 12, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him, because his own works were evil and his brother righteous. Verse 13, marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you. Okay, that goes into something else. But verse 14, we have known that we have passed from death unto life, because we love the brethren. And y'all hate your own people. Hate your own people because of dumb shit.
Cain was the devil.
God, and what you 2/3 of the children of your father the devil. Verse 15, whosoever hated his brother is a murderer, and you know that no murderer had eternal life abiding in him. And he's quoting Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai said that you hate your brother without a cause, you know, is comparable to murder. Verse 22, but I say, verse 21, ye have heard of all that it was said by them of old time. It's in St. Matthew chapter 5, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. Verse 22, but I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother Rakah, in which mean vain fellow, shall be in danger of the council. And whosoever shall say thou fool, you know, again without a cause, shall be in danger of hell fire. You know, you're hating on your brother without a cause.
These people are gonna be in danger, because it says not to kill Cain, something like that.
Well, not to kill your own
that too,
brother.
But it said not to kill Cain, something like that. You're gonna be
okay,
in danger too.
That goes into being carnal. That goes into trying to use Esau's weapon, trying to use Esau's blessing on Esau. Which that's going on.
We'll put you to death for that. That's why
yeah,
we're not supposed to
you wait on Yahweh. You wait on Yahweh. You wait on Yahweh and Son Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, yep.
You wait on him to raise. You wait on him to raise that standard. You don't do it your own thing. That goes into that. That's a whole other subject. But yeah, basically, you hate on your own brother without a cause. You're like Cain. You're like Cain, and you're gonna get the same judgment. Catch the nukes on this side. And hey, man, yeah. So hold up. Let me see if there's anything else. If there's not anything else, and also, you know, he's not adding to the word, because that shit starts in your mind. Wanting to murder someone starts in your head. Just like adultery, that shit starts in your mind. That's why I say not to look at another man's wife like you want to hit that. It starts in your mind.
Another man's woman. Neither their beauty.
Yo, Khan. Yeah, it starts in the head. All that shit starts in the head. Covet, you know, you see something, you want it, but it's someone else's. That's in the head. and then that leads to what you trying to jack it from. You know, you going off just to get that. So going off starts in the head, and y'all have gone off in the head because y'all listen to Esau, what he had to say about your brother. You trusted your enemy.
So you got anything else?
Trusted your enemy. Hey, they trusted Esau, Edom. I don't have the apocryphal on here.
You don't got no other precepts?
I don't have the apocryphal. That would be the last one. I mean, just that verse that say, "Trust not thine enemy." That would be the last one.
That's all right.
But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up on that. I hope this live was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh
Hey, how
Shemi,
about Shimon Shah?
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim, spreading this truth like wildfire out there. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations with the spirit bearing witness. After the children of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. Shalom to real sisters out there. All the big Bayat Dawada. Shalom.
Hey, be safe out there, brothers. Shalom.
Stay up. Yasharala forever. We got
Yasharala
next.
forever. DTA. Ababa.
Esau, you're through. Esau, you're doing. It's over. Bye. You're done with. Hey, I want that. Shalom and Yasharala forever. Stay up.